Hi folks, Mel here, and Lancey. He's got his bow tie on, if you guys can see that. Can you see his little bow tie? I don't know if you can. Yes, he's got his bow tie on, because guess what today is? It's Operation Valentine's time. So last year, we did Operation Valentine's, or I did Operation Valentine's, and I was really lucky to actually be a part of this program that I started here at our local children's hospital, which is the 8th largest children's hospital in the United States, soon to be the 5th. This year we're going to do things a little different. I'm actually on hold to find out whether or not I get to have 2 other hospitals. So I'm really excited about this. I think one is a yes and one is a maybe. Last year we had a little bit more cards than we needed for the other hospital, which was fine. It just took a little longer for the kids and the moms and the families to actually pick through them and take some home, which is what ended up happening in the parents' lounges, which is totally fine. All the embellishments and all the goodies and things of that nature were all used. The kids enjoyed their craft day. That was a lot of fun for them. I think just because they got to do something that they would have done in school in the hospital so they didn't miss out. So this year, I'm going to change the rules just a little tiny bit, just so that I can accommodate all the hospitals if they do comply, which I think they will, and if they don't, that's okay. If we have extras, I did keep them for this year, so I saved all of the extras last year for this year. So we already have a good start to begin with. So this year's entries will be a little different. There will be 4 prizes, not 2. Nothing of craft stash in nature, and no gift cards of any kind. However, the prizes are going to be amazing, and I will show those in a separate video so you guys can all be really excited for them. I have a couple of businesses that are actually involved in donating some prizes, so this will be great. And a lot of it is either crafty goodness or something that's already been made. So kind of fun, right? Because last year Ginger Up sent a mini album, and she just might do it again this year. We don't know. We'll be surprised. I'll let you guys know. So this year what I'm going to ask for is I'm going to ask for a minimum of 6 homemade cards. Size needs to be no bigger than an A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The size of these cards or smaller is very key here because the children only get a little tiny envelope with a handle that they get to stick on their door. So the cards need to be able to fit inside of that little bag. 5 by 7 cards barely fit. Maybe even just a bigger than 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 would be okay, but they can't be wider than they are long because they have to be able to stick into that bag. Now, embellishments and stickers and things of that nature that were also donated were amazing because, like I said, they have 4 craft stations so the kids can make their own bags. So those were also awesome. But the only thing I asked different about those this year is if you would put them in some sort of packaging. I don't mind if they're not new. They don't have to be brand new. Brand new would be better just because it's easier for them to organize it on the craft carts with pegs and things like that. So the kids aren't just kind of digging through a big giant pile of all kinds of different things. Because you know how kids are. Crap, us adults are like that. I couldn't stick, you know, it's like picking a needle out of a haystack. It's just easier if it's a little bit more organized. Box cards are also okay. And they do not have to be in the box, but keep in mind if they're not in the box, please package them per kit separately in Ziploc bags. So that way we can distribute them and we know if it's, you know, mermaid or princess or Barbie or cars or whatever. And also keep in mind if you do send them and they're in the boxes is also amazing and okay. I know it's more on shipping, but the ones that are in boxes actually end up going to the ICU. So the kids in the ICU are kind of on a limited base of what they can get and what they cannot get. So if they're already in a box set and they're in the box and you send it that way, just know that those are going to go to the ICU children. And if they get too many, then they go to the outpatient children who are in there for just 2 or 3 days or on Valentine's Day itself, which was a big hit last year as well. The outpatient program was awesome. My sister and I sat up there and passed out cards, and it was amazing. So here's how you're going to get your entries. I need a minimum of 6 cards, homemade cards, and you will get 1 entry for that. If you send more than that, you won't get an extra entry. I'm just going to give 1 entry per the minimum of cards. Keeping in mind, more cards are awesome. The more the merrier. I had ladies that sent 450 cards at a time, but I was also giving 1 entry per 3 cards. And the way I do evenrandom.org, it's really difficult to go, okay, this person sent such and such cards and they had 37 entries. So what I had to do was write her name 37 times. Well, I was doing this by myself, and this year I'm only having a partner helping. And I really need to focus my time and energy on sorting and organizing and putting them into categories for the children so that they get to where they need to be and in the right departments at the hospital. So 1 entry per 6 homemade cards. Boy, girl, doesn't matter, but keep in mind boys are good too, to have some sort of boyish cards. Blue paper airplanes is popular again this year, something of that nature. If you decide to send box cards for an extra entry, so you'll get up to 3 entries, folks. If you decide to send a set of box cards in or out of the package, either way, you will get 1 entry for the minimum amount of box cards, which is just 1. So if you want to send just 1 set of box cards, you're going to get 1 entry. If you send 6, you're still going to get 1 entry. Do you understand? I hope you guys aren't frustrated with that. It's just, I had 387 participants last year. And out of those 387, I still had 3,000 entries because of how many everybody sent. And of course, this isn't for me. This is for the children. So I really need to focus my time and energy on sorting and things of that and not sitting and writing 50,000 names on paper, if you don't mind. And for a 3rd entry, for just as an added entry, I would like a video response for my YouTube friends and family. If you don't have YouTube, I understand. This is just to have an extra bonus entry for the YouTube friends and family who have followed me and do video responses with me and interact with me on YouTube. So you can have a chance to up to 3 entries. Now, in order to get my address to actually, send these to me, I am going to ask that if you do a video response, I'll just send you my address. I already know who you are most of the time. No big deal. Just comment below that you've done a video response so I can find you, because I do subscribe to a lot of people and I may not see it. Now, if you do not have a YouTube and you wish to participate, you do not have to be a subscriber, folks. Just keep that in mind. But I will link my email below that you can contact me on. But what I ask for security reasons, because this year my address is different than last year, I am using my mom's locking mailbox address because all the P.O. boxes around my area, the size that I need, are all booked. And my mom has a fairly large locking mailbox and a mail lady who will bring crates to my mom's front porch for me or in the front corridor area. So I'm able to get them and be safe with them. And I've been using that address this whole year that I've moved, and it's just a safer place for things to be. So I would ask that for the non-YouTube ladies, if you are interested in doing this, I would ask that when you've made your entries or purchased your entries, for you to email me with that link and then send me a photograph of what you've made or what you are sending me. It is just for security reasons because I am using a home address. I do feel, just to be safe, that would be a nice thing if you guys could do that for me. Unless I know ya. I mean, and a lot of you ladies are the same from last year, so I will know you because I have a log of everyone from last year, and I have no problem giving you my mom's address. But just keeping that in mind, I would just like it if you'd send me a little snapshot of a pile of cards that you've made or box cards that you're sending, and that would be fine. Again, embellishments are fine too. I'm not giving entries for those, but if you feel that you want to send some, that would be great, because those do get divvied out to the kids. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else I was missing. Deadlines and due dates. The challenge starts today. It will start today. I last year had some issues and some of the rules were bent. I had cards that were, every 6th card said Jesus loves you. And I know Jesus loves you. I know Jesus loves you. But it is a specific type of hospitals. These are all nonprofit hospitals and non-denominational hospitals. They're non-religious, non-political. They can be sued. And in order for me to continue this program for the children, I absolutely cannot have cards that have religious in nature or political in nature, any kind of sentiments of that kind. None whatsoever. I'm really sorry, folks. Last year I had about 625 cards that I could not take to the hospital for 3 reasons. 1, because of religious in nature. Jesus loves you, or different types of things like that. The other sets were because some of you folks put your personal addresses on the backs where it says handmade with love, you actually put your actual addresses. That's a big no-no. The kids may be sick and they may be awesome, but you don't know who their parents are. And it's not safe for you either to just readily give out your address to any of these children. So that was a big no-no. And the other, well, I guess there's 4, sorry. The other 2 that we had to discard, well, not discard, I found homes for them, but just not to the hospital, there was a set of skull candy cards. Cute and loved them, but crossbone and skulls is not okay for sick children. You don't know what their circumstances are, and they could be, you know, on their last days. And I think the last thing they want to see is crossbone and skulls. So those were gifted somewhere else. And then the other set was, I had a couple sets that really smelled heavily of smells, just smells in general, perfume, animal, smoke. All 3 not okay for a children's hospital. I don't know if they're allergic to smoke, animals. Perfume is not okay. We were told not to even wear perfume because we were going into the hospital. So just keep that in mind, folks. I know that your hearts are all in the right place. If you smoke, maybe just not make them around the cards. If you have animals, just make sure they don't dig into them. No need to put fabric softeners in there. There's no need to spray them with perfume, please. Very important. You know, like I said, it is going to children. And also no candy. Absolutely no candy. I know it's sad to say, but no candy. Interactive things are fun. Pencils, pens, glue sticks, erasers, fine. Just no candy because like I said, we don't know what their exact circumstances are. And again, this year there's 400 plus children there. So please, 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 please comply with the rules this year. I know that they're different and I know that they're a little bit more structured. But this is my 2nd year, and last year I made quite a few mistakes, and I don't want to make those again this year. And I want to make sure that all the cards I get have a home, and that they're enjoyed by these children. So again, 6 minimum of cards for 1 entry. More is great. 1 entry for a minimum of 1 box set, and an extra 3rd entry if you decide to do a video response. And if you are serious about sending donations to this children's hospital, please email me with a photograph of your finished projects or what you are going to send me so I can then give you my address and know that you're serious and for my safety. Due date, it starts today. Due date, the cards need to be to me no later than February 6th, which is a Monday. I need them that day. I can't have them the day after. I need them that day. I will be organizing and going through these cards daily. Last year I was getting 2 mail crates a day, anywhere from 17 at the least to about 30 packages a day, for about a good solid 9 days. I mean, it was a lot. And I had to go through, do the entries, take pictures for Facebook and Instagram, and then do videos and post everybody's links to YouTube and things of that nature. So you got to remember that takes a lot of time. And then I categorize them by boy, girl, unisex, age groups. So definitely needs to be me no later than the 6th, because the day of the 7th, the morning of the 7th, is the day that my sister and I are going to load up the vans or load up our SUV and go to town. I'm still waiting for Randall's and Shriners. I do think that Randall's is going to be a go, like I said, or I think it was Randall's. That might be a go. I'm not sure about Shriners yet. I will announce if they comply with me for this year. Again, I'm really excited. You know, we had so much last year. We almost had 3,700 something cards, you guys. That was a lot. And each child was able to get 5 cards apiece at the hospital. So that's just 15 cards less of 20, like a classroom, just like, you know, if they didn't miss their school parties. So I hope you all participate this year. I'm doing a face video this time. I thought it would be kind of fun and wear my little binkas and wear all my red bling. And Lancey, of course, has his beautiful bow tie on, even though I even brought Peas up here to entice him to come up to say hi, because I know he wants to say hi really bad. So I hope you like this video. I don't do face, so I'm kind of nervous, but you know, it is what it is. I have some more hauls to do coming up and some more project shares, so I will be back again. Please comment below if you're going to join, do a video response showing your projects, or just a video response in general would be great too, but it is just an added entry though, not just 1 entry. And I will be back with a fun video of all the prizes once they all get to me. And stay tuned, folks, and I hope you all have a blessed day.